things will go on. Nothing will stop, as the chairman would like us to believe. Everything will be carried on, even if the chairman was not there. And should this court find it appropriate to declare that there is an element of breach of Chapter 6, the court should go ahead and make that determination, and other processes can follow. As I close my presentation, because I have 1 minute, I would also like the court to consider very carefully whether we indeed have the threshold to declare a candidate as having won this election. As we speak now, we cannot determine whether, we are not sure about the total valid votes that were cast in this election. And without that, you cannot determine whether we have a 50+1 threshold. And I ask the court to look very carefully. In my opinion, we do not have that. There's a lack of clarity. Mahat presented figures, which I would say many of them were based on presumptions and projections. And that's not what the IEBC should be doing, not giving us projections. That is for the analysts to do. Independent analysts can give us projections, but for the IEBC, they must give us specific figures. They cannot give us figures that are merely projections or made up based on presumption. The figures of how many voters were astray, how many ballots were astray, should be verifiable. I urge you, my ladies, and when you sit to deliberate, let's make things right for our country.
Madam Chief Justice, kindly permit me to seek your guidance. I also appear in the same matter. There were some two specific questions that were put to me by Justice Lenaora and Lady Justice Jokindungu. I will only take 3 minutes and attempt to answer them. Madam Chief Justice, the question was put to me to try and link my arguments with the issue that we are canvassing here in respect to the number of the constituencies that must participate in a presidential election. To attempt to answer that question, Madam Chief Justice, permit me to refer the court to Article 136 of the Constitution, which provides that the president shall be elected by registered voters in a national election conducted in accordance with this Constitution and any other act. That election, the directive of how that election is to be conducted, my lady, is found under Article 138, Clause 2, which provides that if 2 or more candidates for presidents are nominated, an election shall be held in each and every constituency. And therefore the question is, the use of the word or deliberate use of the word constituency is deliberately used by the Constitution, and these constituencies are determinable. And if you want to determine these constituencies, you therefore go to Article 89 of the Constitution. You also further go to Section 2 of the Election Act and see what defines this particular constituency. Why is it important for us to factor this in? It's because any voting that was done outside the Republic of Kenya that is not contemplated by Article 5, which defines the territory of Kenya, then any vote that was cast is an illegal vote, is an invalid vote, and it is a vote that goes towards contaminating the election. Further, my ladies, my lords, in answering the same question, the constituency that was defined by the chairman makes us to have 291 constituencies, completely out of the realm of the Constitution. And that is the illegal infractions we are saying that the election has been infiltrated with.